As Mary Sue mentioned, I had a birthday this past week, and my brother sent me this card. I had to share it with you. Rub your hand over this word, good, and when you do, it says, just want you to feel good today. That's really corny, but it really touched me. God, what a wonderful feeling. So it'll be back there on the table if you want to come at intermission and rub your hand over it and feel good. Happy to have you there. So, as a kid, back in Indiana, we had a garage in the backyard and we turned it into a makeshift barn. And we had a large rabbit hutch in there and a wired-in area for chickens. So every day after school, I would go out to this makeshift barn and I would sing for hours in front of the rabbit hutch. One day, after one of my bunny concerts, I was walking out of this place and I looked over at the pen and there was a turkey in with the chickens. And as I headed out the door, it hopped over the fence and chased me around the backyard. It didn't pet me, thank God, but it gave me a whole new respect for turkeys. Someone wrote a song last year from the perspective of a turkey. Note, please. We turkeys don't sing very often. At first I was an egg, I was petrified, afraid that I'd be lost, or get cracked, or fried. But you took me to your nest before it was too late, and kept me warm. And you helped me incubate. Now you're back. Think you're the boss. Wanna put me on a plate next to your wife's cranberry sauce. I should have known this day would come. I should have known not to relax. If I'd thought for just 1 second you'd come in here with that accent and I'd go. Walk out that door. Just turn around now and chopping my head to the floor. Weren't you the one who pries this dark meat on my thighs? Did you think I'd gobble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh, no, not I. I will survive. As long as I know how to peck, I know I'll stay alive. Got these wings so I won't fall. Exhaling me to butterball. I will survive. I will survive. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Watch out for the bird. He disappeared. I didn't ask how. I met this new voice teacher, Stephen. He's a kind of hands-on kind of guy. And he put me on this table. He told me to relax. And then he touched me. He put his hand right there and then he touched me. I felt a funny tingle when he touched me. A sparkle, a glow.
That sure is a glow.
He knew it. It wasn't accidental, no, he knew it. He smiled and seemed to tell me so all through it. He knew it. I know. He's real, and the world's alive and shine. He touched me. He put his hand right here and then he touched me. Control myself and act as if I remember my name. He touched me. He touched me. And suddenly nothing is the same. He's real, and the world is alive and shining. I feel such a heavenly drive toward Valentine. He touched me. It wasn't accidental, no. He touched me. Control myself and act as if I remember my name. He touched me. He touched me. And suddenly nothing is the I need a little sip of this. Cheers. Every time I do a show, I like to say something about my mother. I'm the youngest of 8 kids, and my father died when I was 6, leaving her with 8 kids to support. And he was the postmaster, so she became the postmistress. And we had a small grocery store attached to the post office. She worked 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and she put us all through high school and out into the world. And so I always like to think of her when I do a show. I'll never know exactly how much angst I brought into her life. Growing up in a small town in Indiana in the 1950s as a teenager, where there were heterosexuals and more heterosexuals. We had one church in town, Baptist. As I discovered more and more who I am, I got further and further away from the Baptist church. Religions have some interesting takes on homosexuality. Like the Catholics say, I'm intrinsically disordered. Not even Catholic. As for the Baptists, forget it, I'm not going to be going there. Intrinsically disordered, I looked it up. According to my dictionary, it means permanently confused. Doesn't that sound like most of us?
Yeah.
I wanted the shadows, I don't anymore. No matter what happens, I won't anymore. I've run from the sunlight, afraid it saw too much. The moon had the one light I bathed in, I walked in. I held in my feelings and closed every door. No matter what happens, I can't anymore. There's someone who must hear the words I've never never spoken. Tonight, now you are here, my silence can be broken. I need you to touch me, to know the love that's in my heart, the same heart that tells me to see myself, to free myself, to be myself at last. For too many mornings the curtains were drawn. This time they were opened to welcome the dawn. A voice deep inside me's getting stronger. I can't keep it silent any longer. No matter what happens, it won't be the same anymore.